DBMS lab. In this lab, today we will focus on experiment number 9, that is regarding function operations over a table, and similarly to compute functions in PLSQL, to find a maximum of a number and to find the factorial of a number, etc. So in this regard, what we will look was we will take up a table called as a customer, and then we will create a table with identifier, name, age, address, and salary. Thereby we make some insert operations 1, insert operation 2, insert operation 3, insert operation, and thereby we will print out the table. That is the basic thing what we were looking at from the long back. Now, when we are working with functions, we need to create a function body. For that, we will create or replace function. Dot customer is the name of the function, and then return number. So number, it is going to be the return type. So now we are going to use this total. It is going to be the local variable here, and this entire section we call it as function body. Now you have before begin and end. Now we are going to put the SQL command in the PLSQL function. So we made a count operation from the total, and we are doing it in the customer table. Now this is the second part. Right from begin to end, we call it as main body. Now dot customer, we call it as function call, and return type will be assigned to C. So we declare a variable called as C, and then we are assigning it to C. Now dbms.output, we call it as package name. Put underscore line, we call it as method name. Pipe, it is nothing but we call it as concatenate operation, and slash, it is going to be a reserved word what need to be happened. So we are working on a customer table, and there are 4 records, and you want to display 4 as an answer. For that, we are going to use a function call here. Function is called as total customers. Then it is having a return type with number, which is called as the total here. Now number is going to be the return type data type here. Now it will count the total number of records at this case. we will take up the entire set of commands from the work area. Now we will switch to the PLSQL, paste our credentials here, then we will zoom it up, and we are maximized it. Table was created. Then we are taking up 4 insert commands, and we will display the customer table, that is business. Now we make a function call, and return type we are assigning it to a variable called as total. Begin of the function body, we created the SQL command with the select process. Then we return the total from the function body. Now this is main body declaration, and it is calling the function type. So that's how we are declaring it. So first part, we create a table. Table name was customer. It is having identifier name, age, address, salary. Next, it is going to use an insert commands where we make 4 insert operations, and finally we will display the customer table. Then we are now calling up the customers, create or replace function, total customers, and its return type is a number and it belongs to a total, and begin and end for the function definitions. There we are writing up the select command with computing the count function and moving it into a variable called as total, and from the customer table. Now this declare begin to end is the main body, and we are calling up the customers and that package name followed by the method. So what we can do is we will first select the table, then we will hit on the run button. So we can say table was created. Then we will take up 4 insert commands. Now you can see here 4 insert commands are executed. Then we will see whether the customer table was created or not. Yeah, you can see ID, name, age, address, and salary. 4 rows are created and 5 columns are taken up. Now we have this entire section, and we will click on the run button here. So function was created, that is regarding the first part. Then main body was taken up, that is total customers, and it displays number of customers is concatenated with 6 here. So total number of customers are 4. Why? Because we have already made a customer table, and in that customer table total records are 4. So that's the reason it is meaningless. Now let us look into the function with computing towards to find the maximum in a table. So we will not much emphasize on the logic part because logic is very easy. So it is just to find the maximum in the numbers. So we take up the number A, B, and C are 3 variables, and they belong to the number data type, and function and find max is the user defined function name. Now you can see that uh, x comma y, they are variables, and that too we will call them as input variables. That too we will call them as input variables. The reason why it is using a in keyword. The reason was it is using a in keyword. Now the return type will be z. So z it is going to be a variable, and it is pouring up the output storage. So, and this it is going to act as a return type of the function. It is going to act up as a return type of the function. Now, right from begin to end, this part we call it as function body. So in function body, we take two variables, whether it is greater, then we find it. Now you are going to use a if loop. So for that, if followed by then and x greater than y, we call it as some condition, and this is an else part. So this is true part, and z is equals to f is a false part. So obviously it returns something here. Now begin to end, this is main body, and a and b are assigned variables. Now find max, we call it as a function called a comma b. These are actual parameters, and they are invoked in the function call. Now x and y, these are called as formal parameters. X and y, these are called as formal parameters. Now C, it is used to hold the function return type value. So that's where we call it as find max with the return type value, so 25 and 45. Now answer, so we find. So that's a simple program, but the agenda was to illustrate how functions are demonstrated in PLSQL with some simple loop called as if. So what we will do is, we will select this entire program, and we will move to the SQL work area, and then we will see how the program is going to be executed. So now you can see that we have a declare part, and we have three variables, a followed by b and c. Then we have the function body, and the return type it is z, and then we are using the if loop with if else, and if it is ending up with ender. So if condition, then true, else false, and if it is terminated with the ender. And finally function, it is going to have a return type, that is z, so where the value is going to be dumped into it. So now we have these primitives. Now what we will do is, we will start from declarative part and select the entire program and hit on the run button. So now maximum of 23 and 45, answer is 45. That's how the program is going to be processed. So here we have z, this z, it is going to show the return type. So that is the primary emphasis of this program. Now let us look one more program as a part of functions. So in this, the intention was to find the factorial of a number. So if I'm going to say 5 factorial, it should be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So always it is n into n minus 1. So it goes with a recursion function. So how is this implemented in PLSQL? Now we have a declarative part, then we have number and factorial, both belongs to number data type. This is data type, and number and fact, these are user defined variable names. Next we are going to use this function fact. Fact is user defined function name. Now X, it is a formal parameter. X is a formal parameter and it belongs to the data type called as number. And then we have a return. So F, it is going to be the return type of return value, and type it is of integer. Now we have function begin to end, it is function body here. Now we are using the if statement. So if and if, it is true part, and else it is going to be the false part. So if followed by else followed by and if. X is equal to 0, we are with condition testing. If and then, yeah, it is if then loop is going to happen. Now this was a condition, right? F is going to be assigned with fact of x minus 1. So 5 into fact of 5 minus 1. So this will iterate until x is equals to 0. That means we get 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is what we call it as recursive function. We are going to call it as recursive function. Next comes the main body of PLSQL block. Now we have number equals to 6 and factorial. So fact is, now we call it as function call, and number, it is going to be the actual variable or actual parameter. Okay. So now we have dbms.output, we call it as package name, and put line, we call it as a method name. So now we have comments string, and this is concatenate symbol. This is the pipe you are going to use. So logic, it is working with the recursive function, and how this recursive function is implemented in PLSQL. Now we will look into this aspect and execute the scenario. So now we will move into the work area here. Paste the content. I'm selecting the previous program output for convenience, which can be used in future reference. For simplicity hereafter, Yeah. Similarly, I will also bring up this again. So total number of customers with this will be 4. With the answer. That will be easy for you for quick reference. Now we are at the factorial program here, and now now we are going to bring up this factorial program. So declare number of factorial, return type f, and we work with the if loop here, and this was the recursive function. So the recursive function which it is taken up, and now above was the recursive function. Now we are going to call the main program, number is equals to 6, and then we are calling the program here. So let us see how the answer is going to be implemented. So now you can see a statement was processed and the factorial of 6 we made it as 120. So let us put this factorial as 5, and then no need to execute the function again, we can execute only the function body. So num must be declared. So there was an error here. So now you can see here factorial 5, it is going to be 120. So in this way we are primarily focusing on factorial and maximum of a number as a programming part from PLSQL. But from the database point of view, we created a table, we made insert operations, and then we called up a function body. There we were using the DML or commands, etc. Then we used the main body, made the function call, and from that we were used to operate the database table. So that is how it went with the functions. So now we have done with experiment number 9. In the next session, we will be talking about experiment number 10. That will be cursors, which will be of implicit and explicit. That is all for today. So ending up, thank you.